Greetings, ladies. Welcome to Lady in Waiting. I'm Kathy Washira, and I'm always happy to share with you. And today I'll just go straight to the point, and I pray if there is a video that you should share with your friends and share especially with your younger friends or younger cousins who are ladies, this is the video. I'm speaking about what to do when meeting someone for the first time or for the first dates. And this is regardless of where you first met the person, whether you met the person in the bus, you met them in the office, whether you met them in church, whether you met them in a conference, whether you met them in the street. It doesn't matter where you met them for the first time. But because we meet people, we get married because we first met someone and we started dating, and it led to one thing led to another. So you cannot say that you will not meet people or go out on a date with someone. But there are some precautions that you need to take as a lady, and these are the 3 precautions that I'm going to speak about. Okay, and kindly share this because we don't want to hear the kind of stories we are hearing in the news of late. They are a bit disturbing. And you also have to understand that we are not living in the world where some of us lived. During our time, most of the time the dates were safe. People had not the pressure of society and pressure of material things, and a lot of desires were not there as much as it is today. So today people are very desperate, and people can do anything for money, and people can do anything for any reason, you know. So we are living in a society where one has to be very careful. The first thing, when you're meeting someone for the first time or for the first few dates, that is before you start to know a little bit more about them, their family and their friends. 1, meet them in a public place. Meet them in a public place. That means it is a restaurant, it is opened, there are many people, it is in church, outside church where everybody is seeing her. There is Catherine speaking to John. A public place where everybody is seeing you, and make sure when you're done, you publicly leave, you know. Do not meet people in their houses. I'm talking about the first few dates, okay? Before there is any serious thing, before there is any decisions that have been made, before you have met other people from their friends, their families, and they know you and you know them, you know. That's what I'm talking about. So the first few dates, kindly meet them in public. Don't meet anybody in any house or even their own house, and let them not come to your own house. I know there are very many independent women who live independent, they pay their own rent, but please don't bring someone into your house for the first time or the first few times because you don't know who you're bringing. And if you watch some of my videos that I just ask most of you to go back to my videos. I'm talking about online dating. I'm talking about not being desperate. I've listed things that for women to be very, very careful about, you know. Secondly, when you're meeting someone for the first time or for the first few times, kindly make sure your friend or friends and family members know who, where, and when, so that they know that this our sister, or you know, left at this time to go and meet so and so, where they were meeting and at what time. Is very, very important. And it is also very important, just to be safe as a lady, that when you reach, if you're meeting someone in point A, when you reach point A, make a phone call immediately. Call your sister, your other sister, your brother, or your auntie, or your mother. Tell them, I have reached, I am here, I've just met so and so, so that even the other person can know, this girl, her whereabouts are known. You know, sometimes you just protect yourself by letting the other person know that there are people, I'm accountable, and there are people who know where I am and where I am going. So kindly make sure, friend, if not just one, even 2 or 3 people, a friend and a family member. Just don't go and meet someone secretly. Nobody knows where you are. Nobody knows what is going on. And then the next thing, we hear very disturbing stories. Number 3, if he changes the venue, you reach somewhere and the person says, no, let us live here. Please ask them, where are we going, you know? And so that you also make an accountability. Let the other person know that we are with this person, we are leaving, we are going here, you know? Or better still, if they call you and they tell you, oh, we are not now meeting at point A, we are meeting at point B. Just cancel that date, because sometimes people say things and then they go and think other things and then they want to change things. So if someone tells you we are going to meet in point A and then later they change and say we are now going to point B, kindly be kind enough to yourself and just cancel that date. And that means you're meeting, this I'm talking about public meeting, I'm not even talking about going to somebody's house is a no. Someone coming to your house in the first few dates is a no. Let us learn to meet people in public. This is just as a by the way, avoid meeting people in the dark. Those first few dates, avoid meeting people in the dark. And I don't know why people like to meet in the dark. What is there to do in the dark? If you're a child of God, if you're a Christian, why are you meeting somebody in the dark? Avoid meeting people. Meet during the day. Go home. Be safe. This is what the Bible says. Jesus was not speaking about dating, but there's some wisdom Jesus spoke in John. I think that's John chapter 3, verse 20 and verse 21. He says, "Everyone who does evil hates the light." Anyone who does evil hates the light. And the light in this matter, I'm talking about wisdom now. The light can be things that are done in public where there are other witnesses. The light can also be someone, though Jesus was talking about himself, okay? But when you put it, you put it back in wisdom, it makes sense, And they like you to meet them at night because they want to do things that other people are not seeing. They are no witnesses. Okay, verse 21, he says, "But whoever lives by the truth comes into the light, so that it may be seen plainly that what they have done has been done in the light of God." In other words, Jesus was not speaking about dating or anything. But basically, from this you can take wisdom. You can take out of it, you can take wisdom and say, and agree that anyone who has good intentions with you will meet you in the light because they have good intention. They are not hiding. They don't want to do anything wrong to you. They don't want to call you into a house where there are no other people. They don't want you to be involved in things that are not proper, So kindly, please just watch on those three things. One, don't meet people in public and not in their houses. Make sure friends or family members know where you are, who you're meeting, and where and at what time. Better still, if you can even somehow take a photo, and nowadays we have phones. You can use your phones to do things, wisely. Okay. Number 3, if it changes venue, just cancel that date. And if it changes, maybe it changes when you had already reached there, make sure you make a phone call. Make the phone call very, very clearly to somebody who you are accountable to, and avoid the dark. And I pray that God is going to give our young ladies especially wisdom. Please share this with your younger siblings, younger cousins, younger friends. And I pray that it is going to help them. The Lord bless you.